If your mother was a hamster, your father probably smelt of these. That's right, we're talking about the common elderberry. Here in the back we can see another elderberry bush. An elderberry is a very common bush that you're going to be finding along the edges of roadsides, railroad tracks, power line clearings, and all kinds of open, clear places. You can find them in old fields, even on old farms. So make sure whenever you are foraging your elderberry that you're not harvesting it from any location that could possibly be contaminated. If we look at this bush here, we can actually see or get an idea of how tall this thing actually can get. This thing can get anywhere from 9 to 11 feet tall, and in some cases much higher. So keep that in mind that your elderberry can be in various heights. This one that we're looking at in front of us is about 7.5 to 8 feet tall. First off, whenever you're looking at your elderberry, you're probably going to notice these huge umbels of white flowers. And there are numerous flowers on here, possibly in the hundreds of these white flowers. Let's take a closer look at this flower. The flowers of your elderberry are going to be white with 5 petals, and we can see these yellow pistils and stamens coming here out of the center. Whenever you look at the leaves of your elderberry, you're going to notice a couple of variations. These are technically a compound leaf, and they will have anywhere from 5 to 11 leaflets. On this one, for example, we can see 9. This is another one of the variations that you're going to see. We're on the very back towards the base where the leaf stem connects to the main stem of the plant. You're going to notice these extra little lobes, basically. Now this all is one leaf. It looks like it's multiple leaves, but this is what's called a compound leaf with leaflets. And we can see all these little leaflets here. If I flip this droopy guy around, we can see even more, and we can actually see the top one is split off into another little sort of lobe. So you are going to notice a few variations within the leaves of your elderberry. Whenever we look at the margins of our leaves, we're going to notice these very fine serrations running all along the margins of the leaves. The top of the leaves are going to be this very dark, kind of shiny green that we can see here, and the underside of the leaves is going to be a somewhat lighter green, kind of a greenish gray color that we can see on this one here. Whenever we look at the stem of our elderberry, we're going to notice that it is green and round, and it has these little kind of nubs all over them, these little brownish purplish nubs all over it. And if we look at the node, we're going to see a little bit of purple splotching that we can see here on this node right here. You're going to notice also that this is where some of the leaf branches are starting to come out. So this plant, or bush actually, has an opposite leafing pattern instead of an alternating leafing pattern. So make sure you keep that in mind whenever you are looking at your elderberry. It has a very stiff stem, but it breaks extremely easily. It's actually very juicy and succulent whenever you break it open inside, so make sure that you wash your hands very well after you've broken any of these stems to get any of the potential toxins off of your skin. So that's how you guys can identify the common elderberry. I thank all of you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. If you want to learn more about wild edibles or medicinal plants, please make sure to subscribe.